It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And some room to work. Touchdown, L.A. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. 43. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Herbert off of play action. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense. But on game day, they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Chargers. From 8 yards out.
And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Play action. It's Herbert.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes. He did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. Touchdown!
Elijah Moore
from 4 yards out.
And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's got some space here. Oh, what a move. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Second and 12.
Now it's Mahomes again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And it's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get down.
Taking it right down Broadway. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. The Charger drive about to get going.
And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Chargers.
Anthony Schwartz.
62 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Cam Akers with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the...
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Mahomes now on first down.
Finding Edwards-Helaire once again.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
2nd and 11 now.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On first down, it's Herbert.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack on first down, Herbert. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown!
Elijah Moore.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
13 yards, the tally on the return there.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That is caught. It's Williams. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Herbert.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Herbert operating from the red zone. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
In the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now for the point after. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On second down, they'll run it here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Mecole Hardman.
63 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him.
And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Sheds off the tackle.
He's going to have the first down and then some.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. He's going to let it go again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there. 30 yards.
And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This take it in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Going right back to Akers.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it.
And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Herbert throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. And he's got room.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world.
Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, Guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from